What's up? This is Ross, and I am doing another review today. And today I am going to be reviewing the Superman Anthology. Alright, okay. Richard Donner had the insurmountable task of bringing the world's most well-known comic book hero to life on the big screen, Superman, in 1978. And he put together an absolutely brilliant cast of Margot Kidder, Gene Hackman, Christopher Reeve. The list just goes on and on and on and on. And the one thing that I think about this series is that this series, much like the Aliens series, has two movies that were absolutely excellent. Two movies that were absolutely excellent. Three movies that were okay. They were not bad. Alright? And one movie that has been hailed as probably one of the worst movies of all time in Superman 4. But we'll get to that here pretty soon. But, alright, let us start with Superman. 28-year-old Christopher Reeve was cast as to play one of the most famous comic book heroes of all time by Richard Donner, who was basically mainly like a theater actor. He really wasn't that famous. He was kind of an unknown at the time. But they did need an actor that was well known. So they gave Marlon Brando a chance to play Jor-El. And he accepted, and he was basically Gene Hackman and Marlon Brando were basically both the target audience, the target audience, the one to get the audience in, But really, in all my eyes, in all my honesty, it really is Christopher Reeve's movie. This is his time to shine, and boy, shine he does. There will never, ever be another man alive who can play Superman to a complete T like Christopher Reeve did in this movie. He personified the grace, the power, and the majesty of Superman like no other person that would have taken the role. In my honest opinion, there is no one alive on this earth or previous that could play Superman like he did. Now, Superman the movie itself, goes into the origin story where Superman is born on Krypton, and basically Marlon Brando is cast as Jor-El, and he is, he's telling the council that basically, the story. He's telling the council basically that Krypton only has very few moments left, and he's trying to get the council to see, but they don't see. So Jor-El has no choice but to send his son, the only savior of Krypton, of the Kryptonian race, into outer space to be saved. And suddenly Superman lands on Earth, and now he has found a new home, and it shows basically what he has to deal with in his childhood experiences, and then it goes into his time at the Daily Planet, and is trying to fit in at the Daily Planet because he wants to be close to what the news of people are, basically, of the news of what's happening in the world, so that he can get up close and personal to basically be able to be there when things go on, and so that he can be there on first hand and be able to do what he naturally does, which is try to be the savior of the world. And so the movie ends up an absolutely marvelous finish. You know, it just is an absolutely incredible movie. The movie is absolutely a masterpiece in every single way. It is the start of comic book movies, period. There really is no other movie that has ever started comic books the way that Superman has. They started it, bam, they started with a bang. Now, now we have Superman 2. Okay, what they did was basically film Superman on certain parts of the stage, which was, they filmed Superman at certain parts of the stage at certain hours, and then they filmed Superman 2 on certain parts of the stage in a different hour, so that they could both get them done at basically the same time. So what we have is a cast of Terrence Stamp, who leads the rebellion of Zod and his rebellion, General Zod and his rebellion against Krypton, who, while in the middle of the destruction of Krypton, were enchambered into the Phantom Zone for acts of attrition and insurrection. And what happens is that suddenly everything goes to the point where the explosion shifts the Phantom Zone over to towards more like the planet Earth. Okay, then the Phantom Zone breaks apart suddenly, and we see our enemies go every which way. The three Kryptonian criminals go every which way, and they are headed to Earth. So now Superman has an extraordinarily difficult problem. As if Lex Luthor was not enough, Superman must now face off against the Kryptonian 3. And really, Superman is outnumbered here, but shows a lot of heroics in this movie while he faces off at the incredible end scene, at the incredible last 20 minutes of the amazing battle scene in Metropolis City, where he faces off against the Kryptonian 3, who he just does an incredible job of trying to tackle both of them in probably one of the best comic book finales of all time. And for today's standards, it might look a bit, with computer animation and everything, it might look a bit silly, but I think the traditional effects stand up very well for this day and age. It is an amazing finish to this movie. It is probably what I would call just as good, if not better, than Superman the movie. Alright, so what we have now is, in the next video, we have the downfall of the Superman series, which is Superman 3 and 4. Now, I will talk about that in the next video. And by the way, I'm putting some music in here. It would take me forever to download the John Williams theme, so I did put up the Man of Steel theme. So I hope you enjoy that. And thank you for watching. And part 2 is coming next. Thank you very much.